can't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow and everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr? Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new Rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant. Sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be see some more?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He'll throw it. Looking for a target.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. A handoff for Robinson, running right. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Jair Alexander with the stop. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Pass play coming here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love gonna air this out to start. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun handoff for Allen. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. Throwing his love on 3rd. Trying for the deep ball. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will take over. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1 quarter gone. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at first down here. Slot receiver headed left. Throwing now on first down. Got a man, it's London. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10 from the 41. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second and 8. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get the game's first points here in the second. Drake London with the touchdown. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 38. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On first and 10, here's Love. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Trying again, following the set. Catch is made down the right sideline. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. On the handoff, Allen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be efficient. I mean, this game is hard. And you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Packers with the football. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Love from the gun. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Dobbs. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. They give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it around 3 on the play. They're set up with second and goal from the 5.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
It's Allen again. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Allen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Shotgun now for Love. On the move, headed right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. airing it out to start this drive. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're set up at the 35 now. To the air now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
3rd and long for him here. Completed to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. He'll throw it. Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
He's going to keep this one. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. To the air with Love. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. But he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. From the 34. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Makes the grab and bounds left side. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This is Allen on the give. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Love to throw. The throw is caught. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Jacobs has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing third and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Chased out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. Wide open downfield. Got it! Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Allen trying this straight ahead. This is ahead for about 5. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. First down play, that's in 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Right back to Allen. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Love on third and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. He's back to throw. He's got it to his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 14. Buys time, rolling right. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. We're down. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing, Love. Complete beyond the marker. It's inside the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Receiver in motion, headed right. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, it's London. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now the give for Bijan. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Working quickly here.
At the 42-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
A 50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Play fake, it's Love. That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Falcons 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's trying to push the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They are throwing it again. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Now to throw. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
So here we go. The Falcons lining up for a big 2-point conversion attempt. On the move, headed right. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the 4th quarter. Well, you could feel the greater sense of urgency from him there, Brock. Trailing on the scoreboard, and he took the initiative to convert that 2-point try.
Yeah, you always need your quarterback to be able to manufacture points, but especially when you're down. He's got the license to improvise anytime. And what a confidence builder to everyone around him when your QB can make something out of nothing.
And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. They've got 1st down from the 31. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll run now with Allen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try it left with Allen. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
So the Packers showing faith in their offense as they decide to go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extended their lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Packers Packers get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Running is Allen. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the change, I made a beat. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, they see no way. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise.